And these are the ones we cut just now that were improperly cut at the store. So we have the 48s that go there. We got plenty of those. That's the bottom one. The TV is going to be partially here, partially on the other panel. That's the top. So it's 4 feet by 6 feet across. Alrighty, we got all the cuts we need for the 2 front facade and their extra 2-foot side, and all of that is right here. We have the 48-inch ones on site. It's just all of these were improperly cut. Thank you so much. I was just hoping to get them cut at the store and bring them directly to the site instead of having to bring them to my house and get them cut. But it is what it is, and now it's done, so now we can start putting that together. Oh, and by the way, my replacement foam cutter is here and works perfectly. It's on. The wood is all cut. Make sure to write down the measurements and which panel it goes to. And then these are the 48s that we just have a ton of them, so we don't need to label them. And then some shorter ones down here for the smaller pieces, the 2-foot sections. And got the nice, gorgeous, huge table out, so that we can use this for saving it back so we don't have to do it on the ground. Oh yeah. Alrighty. Getting it done. We got wood. We got foam. We got that cutter! By the way, do not buy this brand. I just like the box that it came in because it's got these nice fitted things. So I put my new one in here. Yeah. Let's rock and roll. Yeah, also forgot the most important thing last time, my T-square, aka the drywall square. That's what I'm going to use to run the foam cutter down it to make a nice straight line, because I don't think I can actually do that myself, even with a straight line on the foam. Also, it's kind of an experiment on what temperature or voltage to put this on, because we are outside. Also, that's burn off from my test. Make sure you are using this outdoors, not just inside with pretty good ventilation. No, this makes a lot of smoke and you should not be breathing it in. So, use proper ventilation. Now that we've got these cut, it's time to work on the frame for it first. And I have already marked which ones are which piece. I think this looks pretty good for a start. Definitely going to need another support right there and right there. So for the future ones, you're going to be doing one there, there, and there. And still good with one in the middle. That's fine, because with the screw here, I cannot put the support screw holding the foam to the wood frame in there. So what did we do? We have 2x2s, which actually we bought them at Lowe's, so they're not 2x2, if you know what I mean. But I much prefer the rounded edges that I don't have to do myself. So much handier for handling these, especially when you're carrying the heavy 4x8 sheet panels. Not these, but the panels. These things really cut into your hands, so we love the rounded ones. Anywho, we have the 4x6 larger sheets, and then we cut the 2-footer off, and that is what we have here. Doing an experiment with the smallest piece. Yeah, why not? You know, that way we don't screw up the big ones. And here's what it looks like on the underside. We just put one screw here. This is a 3.5-inch screw, so it goes really far in there. Use the impact drill to make sure it gets all the way flush. Always mark your pieces, just saying. Got the written on side on the inside, just so it doesn't take more coats to cover it, you know what I mean? And it is actually really light. I love it. You can easily pick this up with one finger. Now, the person that I am basing this model for the facade on, they were using staple, which is absolutely fantastic, especially since they come with the plastic caps. Well, I'm using the screws that I already have, and they don't make them. So, thank you, dirtbags who shop at Lowe's, because Lowe's is a fancy place, so every single 2x4 has one of these caps on the end of it, as you can see with the staple mark right there. People are jerks and just rip them off and throw them on the ground. I go in there and pick them all up everyone that I can get my hands on. At first, I tried just putting a hole in it with the hot foam cutter and screwing it in. My sister had a great idea of putting the smooth side down and not the rough side. And they were they were a lot too big because they bowed up like this, making like a nice little cup. So I took them out, cut the edges off. Yeah, I know it's not clean and pretty, but I'm going to put great stuff over this, smooth it out, and then it's going to be primo. But these are great if you need something like this. Sometimes you just gotta make your own. That's all these are. Looks fantastic. I love it.
Thank you. Bye. Thank you.
Wonder what it looks like under black light.
Oh man, it's gonna look so sick under a black light.
And let's continue. We got the rest of the stuff cut. And miracle of miracles, huzzah. You're gonna be seeing a bunch of work with some 2x4s because my workplace was tearing a ton of stuff down. So I got about 45 2x4x8s for free, and some other various sizes also for free. And it was pretty hot, but now it is at a comfortably chilly 90 degrees out here. Yes, so that is cool compared to what it was. But got most of my coffee, and more importantly, my water. Hydrate, don't dehydrate. Here's another cool thing I got from my workplace's garbage. Ooh, I'm gonna love this for the haunt. Now, because of the fact they got the AC going on in the house, this thing's gonna be going loud. So the rest of this is gonna be in time lapse. Thumbs over here, yeah. Done for the night. Got quite a bit done. We got the two large 6x4 pieces. That one over there is finished. This one started. Well, it's about halfway done. The thing is, we're out of light. So it's time to finish up and come back in the morning. Oh yes. So what we've done with the 6x4s is right here, A and B. This cutout here is where the TV is going to go. That's going to have some fading out between ghosts and scares and also the rules. The plan is to have another TV over here that's just the wonderful Atmos effects, like stained glass one. It looks so good. I love it. And then we also have this one over here that we can work on. We decided not to do the 6 foot across because I would have to have this be one piece and then have this right here be one piece and then that be one piece, and it was just not really structurally sound. So we decided to make this just one solid 4x8 sheet, and we're going to carve all the cool intricate things in there. You'll love it. Not 100% sure about C and F, etc. right here because we were stacking these up and they are pretty darn tall, so maybe I'll just put the roof on here and then put the spiky things on this side. We will have to see, but the things that we have enough to make are the front one here, A and B with the side, the 2 foot side, G and H with the 2 foot side, and that's it so far. So we just need to make these 4 foot pieces here, and then whatever we're going to use for a door in the back. But this is only going to be a 4x8 instead of a 4x6 wide. You can't have 6 foot wide and then 4 foot wide. So, yes, that's what we have gotten done. These are so good. They're light, but they've also got enough weight to them that they're not just going to fall over with a tiniest bit of breeze. And this is the back side of those 2 pieces that we got done. The framing is a little bit different for these because of the fact that this is going to be cut out for the TV, and it's actually going to go in between the 2 pieces because we put them on the driveway, and basically they were laying down, so we had an average height person, at least for us, we're kind of shorties, lay down next to it as if we were standing next to it being 8 foot high and said, you know what, I think this is about a good spot for the TV. So that's how we figured that one out. But we're gonna make sure it all fits together and all of that wonderfulness before we start the carving. Oh, I'm so excited, and I'm glad that the temperature has cooled down. It's actually cooled down all the way to 89 degrees right now. Oh yeah, that's why I like working in the mornings, not in the afternoons. And next week it's gonna cool down by like 10 degrees. So you never know around here. You just do it when you can and stay hydrated. That's basically the name of the game here in Northern Nevada. I am ecstatic and overjoyed to show you all the fun things that are coming. Oh yes, this is where we've been keeping those gigantic theater tombstones for now. The cutting is done for today. Ooh, look at that. That's the last 6 and 2 that we had over here. It's the other 2 that we did last night. And look what we got done. Dun, 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 dun. It looks so much better. You know, when something's an idea on paper, you want it to come out good, but you just never know sometimes. And it's pretty good size. So tall people don't have to worry about not fitting through there. I mean, it's a decorative archway. Honestly, who knows what it's called? We've tried many things. If you know what they're actually called.
Yeah, the bat wings.
Yeah, not necessarily the bat wings, but just the decorative thing of which you enter to be going to the front door. I don't know all architectural terms.
What are you?
But I like it. I think it looks great. As I said, this one's going to have 2x4s as the support because it's just so thin. So that is nice. So this is how much is going to be hanging over after the 2x4. Not bad, not bad. And we have this gigantic piece of scrap foam to do whatever we want. Oh yeah. Of course it's going to be used for extra things. Yes. But we got stuff to do today, so we're done for the day. See you.